I'm feeling like the White Boy Bodhisattva. I wonder if Sándor Kurosi Csoma, the Hungarian linguist who's considered the founder of modern Tibetology, ever said that. Probably not. This is a stupa and Buddha park erected in his honor and inaugurated by the Dalai Lama himself in the middle of northern Hungary. Sándor Kurosi Csoma was a language-learning genius who lived an incredible life. He was convinced that the ancestral language of the Hungarians lied somewhere in Tibet. To figure it out, he went on an extraordinary journey through deserts and mountains to get there, being arrested as a spy and living off of virtually no food or income, subsisting off just tea with yak's milk for many days on end. He mastered dozens of languages and wrote the first Western Tibetan dictionary. He was one of the first Westerners, too, to read hundreds of volumes of important Tibetan Buddhist holy texts and wrote extensively about Tibetan Buddhism and culture as well. He was called the foreign pupil, and it's said that he converted to Buddhism, but it's actually debatable whether or not his interest was on a personal spiritual level or an academic one. In fact, the way his legacy has been memorialized in the many decades since his death gives an interesting glimpse into the role of the country of Hungary itself throughout 20th century world politics. It was Imperial Japan, in fact, that sent a delegation of diplomats and monks declaring Kurosi Csoma a bodhisattva, which Hungarians at the time interpreted as a Buddhist saint, in 1933, as the two countries were soon to join the Anti-Comintern Pact with Germany. And the Dalai Lama, whose presence in the news lately has led many to discuss his role in world politics, inaugurated this park, of course, just a few years after the system changed from communism in 1992. And I very quickly noticed that the site was by no means a normal Buddhist one. One pavilion included a ton of writing arguing the controversial claim that the Buddha was a Scythian sage, using this as evidence that Tibetans and Hungarians were, in fact, related, and part of a powerful ancient civilization related to a broad range of other peoples, too. I've covered this ideology known as Hungarian Turanism a lot on my TikTok and Twitter and soon-to-be Instagram accounts, which you should all follow. Throw in, too, some New Age mysticism about, the rainbow body of Jesus and theories enforcing mythical Turanist civilizations from the controversial Sufi mystic Idris Shah, and you've got a classic Turanist goulash. But it comes full circle because whether or not you believe Kurosi Csoma had truly converted to Buddhism, he died attempting to prove this mystic civilizational kinship between Hungarians and Tibetans, so ultimately the place is a fair tribute.